The Republicans are getting their platform in order, and they have, for the first time in 40 years, decided to leave off a federal ban of abortion. They have also decided, after having this in 2016, people forget, marriage equality is only about 10 years old or so. And in 2016, the platform, in 2020, arguably as well, it basically just said we support Trump and look at our old platform. 2016 called for the end of marriage equality as well. They have jettisoned those things at the request of Donald Trump. Here is RNC committee member Gail Ruzicka of Utah talking with WISN's Matt Smith, saying that conservatives got rolled. Will this depress turnout for Donald Trump? My guess, unlikely.
Take me inside. There were no phones. Was there any debate? How unusual was this year?
It's never happened before. Like I said, I've done this several times. There was no committees. We always had subcommittees where we can go in and work on a section of the platform. We can propose amendments, debate them, add them. Always happens. I've done it many times. And then it would usually take today, and then tomorrow we would come back and meet as a complete platform, and sometimes there'd be more amendments. They didn't allow any amendments. They didn't allow any discussion. They rolled us. That's what they did. We only spent thousands of dollars to be here, and everything they told us they were going to do isn't what happened. None of it happened. I've never seen this happen before. I don't understand why they did it, and I'm extremely disappointed that we do not have any pro-life language. There are good things in this platform. There are a lot of things in there that I support and that I would want to, but I didn't vote for this because we've never had a platform. I've been coming to these conventions since 1992, and this is the first time we don't have a pro-life platform. The platform simply says that we oppose late-term abortion. Well, what about before that? There's nothing. That doesn't even want any place mention the unborn baby at all. Never happened before. And I've never been treated so badly to have them force this vote on us before we even had a chance to read the platform. We didn't even have they gave it to us, but then they had a meeting with people speaking. So we glanced through it, but we didn't have time to study it and read it. And then all of a sudden somebody made a motion to vote on the platform. And that was it. And then they sent us home and said, well, goodbye.
So there's a lot of things that we can learn from this. One is that Donald Trump, we already know he will lie about anything if it benefits him. The idea that the Republican Party has given up these positions is a joke. We know this from polling. We know that from what's happening in the states. We also know that there's a decent amount of Republicans within the establishment of the Republican Party who are more than willing to throw out anything in service of this man, which does not bode well in terms of wondering whether he will have shock troops for some type of more authoritative presidency. But to give you a sense of how they're handling this, Tony Perkins, longtime listeners of this program will remember him. He is the president of the Family Research Council. He is a member of the platform committee, expressed disappointment about the outcome from the Washington Post. The 2024 platform is a decent statement of campaign priorities, but not necessarily the enduring principles of the party. That's how they're going to get the God Squad to still come out and vote. Folks, he's lying for the Lord.
Yep.
Okay, that's it right there. This is a campaign priority, not a statement of principle. Unfortunately, the process was unbecoming of constitutional conservatives. Well, I've got some bad news for you, Anthony Perkins, relative to the Constitution in general. Ralph Reed, head of the Faith and Freedom Coalition, also one of these longtime Christian nationalists. The language has been in the Republican platform for 40 years and reflects the view of Ronald Reagan While aspirational, it applies to both the states and the federal government. That is the call for a federal ban on abortion. The new platform draft, according to the Washington Post, also removes language from 2016 condemning the U.S. Supreme Court's 2015 decision to grant same-sex couples the right to marry. Republicans will promote a culture that values the sanctity of marriage, the blessings of childhood, and the foundational role of families and supports working parents. It says instead, we will end policies that punish families. The 2016 platform endorsed conversion therapy for children. The new platform drops that language. Goes on to say, we will keep men out of women's sports, ban taxpayer funding for sex change surgeries, and stop taxpayer-funded schools from promoting gender transition, reverse Biden's radical rewrite of the Title IX education regulations, and restore protection for women and girls.
Apparently, they also cut down the platform significantly in terms of brevity, which is very Trumpian. We know he likes his memos to be brief.
I don't have to read the whole thing.
And there also was under the energy production, Drill Baby Drill was written. So that's, we've talked about how Donald Trump, his political career is kind of the ideological continuation of Sarah Palin's 2008 VP run. That's in keeping with that. But isn't it like so? Lara Trump, his daughter-in-law, is the co-chair of the RNC now, right?
Yep.
And so that's the RNC platform. It is interesting to see just how, even in kind of these more bureaucratic ways, the Trumpian way is taking over how they approach politics.
100%. This is not like, some broad establishment trying to set up roadblocks and prevent certain things and negotiating certain ways. And this is just, we're doing it this way, folks. Wrap it up.
And it's scary. Like, this is just as scary as what we're hearing about with Project 2025 with Trump, which Trump is trying to distance himself from. Just the Republican platform in and of itself is terrifying.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.